Have you ever wondered what it really takes to build wealth beyond the surface level advice of saving and investing? The truth is, achieving lasting financial success often requires more than smart money decisions. It means letting go of things that feel safe, familiar, or even essential in the short term. In this video, we are going to explore 15 powerful sacrifices many people make on the road to becoming successful. And we are not talking about giving up coffee or skipping takeout. These are the deeper, more personal shifts that can quietly shape your future. Welcome back to Empower and Thrive. This isn't about glorifying hustle culture or encouraging burnout. We're not here to romanticize sleepless nights or endless work with no boundaries. What we are here to do is talk about what it really takes to become financially successful so you can make empowered decisions for your own journey. Too often, we only see the highlight reels of wealthy individuals without understanding the sacrifices made behind the scenes. This is about acknowledging those trade-offs, not to scare you, but to prepare you. Of course, many successful people were born into wealth and power, but for those of us building from the ground up, understanding what might be required can make all the difference. Let's dive in. The first sacrifice is comfort. Building wealth will push you out of your comfort zone repeatedly. You might have to live below your means for years, work in unfamiliar industries, or take calculated risks that others find terrifying. The life of financial growth rarely happens from a cozy place. Many people find that their hometown simply doesn't offer the kind of career opportunities they need to grow. To take the next big step, you might need to leave the place you call home. Uprooting your life, starting fresh in a new city, and building a support system from scratch can feel deeply uncomfortable. Whether it's starting a business, relocating for a job, or just simply living below your means, comfort often has to take a back seat. Closely linked is number 2 on our list, the sacrifice of stability. There is something comforting about a predictable paycheck and a 9-to-5 routine, but wealth often grows fastest when you're willing to step into the unknown. Successful people often face months or even years of instability before seeing the rewards. You may not always know when the next big win will come, and that can be uncomfortable. But learning to live with some level of unpredictability is part of the journey. That said, this is not about chasing chaos or making reckless decisions. The instability we're talking about here is the kind that comes with intentional growth, not the kind that stems from poor planning or reacting emotionally to challenges. When your decisions are grounded in purpose, even the unstable years serve a bigger vision. Third is the sacrifice of your time. This one might seem obvious, but it's worth emphasizing. Time is the currency you will invest the most. Whether you are building a side hustle, learning new skills, or putting in extra hours at work, you will find that free time becomes rare. While others unwind or go out, you may be working late, doing research, or planning your next move. It's a trade that can feel lonely, especially at the beginning. That leads naturally into our number 4, sleep. You won't be able to sacrifice rest in the long term, but in the early stages of growth, many people find themselves sleeping less. Whether it's due to late nights or the stress of making big decisions, sleep sometimes takes a hit. This is not something we recommend, but it is something that you need to be aware can happen, especially early in your career. It's important to find balance and protect your health long term, but occasional sleep deprivation can come with the territory. Speaking of health, it's another area where many aspiring high achievers make difficult choices. The 5th sacrifice on this list may involve late nights, poor diet, too much caffeine, and can take a toll. While it's never wise to sacrifice your health, the reality is that during intense periods of growth, it can unintentionally slip down the priority list. It's not recommended, but it does happen, especially when time feels scarce and stress runs high. The good news is that if you're aware of this pattern, you can plan around it. Simple strategies like meal prepping or bringing a healthy lunch to work can help protect your well-being while you pursue your goals. Number 6. One of the more personal and often unexpected sacrifices is happiness, especially in the short term. That might sound harsh, but stay with me. When you're focused on long-term financial goals, you may find yourself feeling emotionally disconnected from the things that once brought you joy. You might skip social events because they're too expensive, work through weekends to stay ahead, or feel isolated because your life path is diverging from those around you. There can be stretches of time where the journey feels lonely or monotonous. This doesn't last forever, but it does mean there will be times where your personal satisfaction takes a hit for the sake of something bigger down the road. Number 7. Immediate desires are a slightly different kind of challenge. This sacrifice is less emotional and more about day-to-day discipline. Building wealth often means saying no to things you want right now. That could be the latest phone, an impromptu holiday, or a fancy dinner out. What you're doing instead is retraining your brain to prioritize what matters most. It's about learning to pause, evaluate, and ask whether this purchase supports the future you're working toward. It can feel frustrating when it seems like everyone else is enjoying instant gratification, but the ability to delay those wants builds a powerful sense of control and inner confidence over time. Number 8. Another hard truth is that you may need to sacrifice who you are, or more specifically, who you have been. The mindset and habits that got you to where you are now might not be the same which will take you where you want to go. This doesn't mean pretending to be someone you're not. It's about evolving into a fuller, more capable version of yourself. Sometimes that means becoming more assertive, more disciplined, or more strategic. Other times, it means working through past experiences, beliefs, or coping mechanisms. Growth often requires gently but firmly letting go of what no longer serves you. It's not about abandoning yourself. It's about making space for the person you're becoming. Number 9. Alongside that shift in identity, you may also need to let go of pride. There may be moments when you fail publicly or have a misstep while others watch or even judge you. It can be humbling, and at times, it might feel like you're taking steps backward. These moments happen to everyone eventually, no matter how talented or determined you are. And for many, this becomes a major make or break point in their journey. The key isn't to avoid these experiences, but to face them with honesty. Learn from what went wrong and keep going. Don't quit, and don't define yourself by a setback or two. You are not a failure. You are learning, adapting, and becoming stronger. That willingness to move forward, even when your pride is bruised, is what separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. Number 10. Then there's the need to be liked. Not everyone will understand your choices. Some may question why you are growing and evolving. You might encounter criticism, doubt, or even judgment because your decisions challenge others' comfort zones. But the truth is, building wealth often requires saying no, setting boundaries, and doing what's right for your future instead of what's popular in the moment. You may have to make peace with the fact that others may not approve, or may impose their own fears and insecurities onto your choices. The most important thing is to stay true to yourself and your goals. Don't let someone else's limitations make you question your own path. Trust yourself and keep pushing forward, no matter how uncomfortable it gets. Number 11. Entertainment often has to be scaled back too. That doesn't mean living a boring life, but it does mean prioritizing how you spend your time and money. You may have to pass on subscriptions, skip the newest shows, or avoid expensive nights out. Over time, many wealthy people find joy in simpler, more meaningful experiences, but in the beginning, it often looks like giving up fun to stay focused. Then comes number 12, hobbies. While hobbies are important for balance and mental health, building wealth can sometimes mean stepping back from the things you love temporarily. Whether it's weekend sports, crafting, gaming, or music, those hours may be redirected into your work or learning something new. It's not forever, but it is a season of trade-offs that can feel heavy. Number 13. As difficult as it is to admit, friendships may be affected as well. You might grow apart from people who don't share your goals or who feel uncomfortable with your changes. Some friends may interpret your new focus as judgment or distance. It's painful, and not all friendships survive. But the ones that do are often stronger, more aligned, and more supportive of the life you're trying to build. Number 14. Family is another area where sacrifices sometimes occur. Maybe you miss family gatherings because of work, or you delay starting a family of your own to get financially secure. You may even clash with loved ones who don't understand your goals or who expect your time and energy in ways you can no longer give. This doesn't mean abandoning family, but it does mean navigating complex emotions and redefining expectations as you prioritize your long-term vision. Finally, we come to income. That might seem contradictory when we're talking about getting rich, but stick with me. In some cases, building wealth means earning less for a while. It's not uncommon for successful people to take a financial hit at some point, whether by investing in their business, furthering their education, or making decisions that set them up for bigger rewards later. The key is to stay within your personal risk tolerance. Don't stretch yourself too thin or put your basic needs in jeopardy. It's not about sacrificing just for the sake of it, but about strategically redirecting your resources towards something that will pay off in the future. Be mindful of people who might try to gaslight you into thinking you should be taking bigger risks than you're comfortable with. The path to wealth is rarely a straight line, and sometimes your income dips before it rises. But if you can stay focused on the long-term goal, you'll be in a much stronger position once that dip is behind you. The road to wealth is paved with difficult decisions, and it's not always glamorous. These sacrifices are not about suffering for success, but about choosing what matters most and being honest about what it costs. Knowing what may lie ahead gives you the power to plan, stay grounded, and protect what truly matters along the way. Thanks for spending this time with me here on Empower and Thrive. If you're facing some of these sacrifices right now, know that you're not alone. Keep your eyes on the bigger picture, take care of yourself as you go, and trust that the rewards often come not just in wealth, but in who you become in the process. Until next time, keep thriving.